Coaches, welcome back to this week's PGC Coaches Circle, and we're going to talk about some basketball hacks this week. It's going to be a lot of fun, guys. We're going to talk about 3 different hacks, one in culture, one in defense, and one on offense. I'm going to start us out with a culture hack, and it's going to be 7-minute tune-ups. Tune-ups are conversations between you and your coaches or you and your players to make sure that you're on the same page. And if you don't tune it up just like a car, you're going to hit some major problems. So you got to make sure you're getting the oil change and the tires rotated and all that stuff before something really bad happens. So 7-minute tune-ups are a way to constantly just check in with coaches or players to make sure we're still on the same page. A lot of times you feel like you can go a long time without a tune-up if you're winning. But then when it hits the fan and you lose, then all this stuff comes to surface. And you can't do that. So you got to make sure you're constantly having those tune-ups, whether it's once a week, whether it's you plan them before or after practice, whether it's you plan them once every other week, but you can't wait too long. You can't go a month with having these tune-ups. They've got to be constant and consistent to make sure that we're all on the same page. Now we're going to talk about a defensive hack and show you video in just a second. What is it, Mike?
The defensive hack is going to be getting fat. And what I mean by getting fat is faking and threatening the ball. On defense, you don't want to be stationary. You don't want to be easy to read. You want to play in those passing lanes and make the offense think. You want to fake and threaten with your voice, with your body language. If you can make the offense think, likely they're going to turn the ball over. They're not going to do what they're supposed to. They're not going to execute as well as they normally would because they got 1,000 things going through their mind. It's an easy way to make an ordinary defense, ordinary players just look special. Right? When you start to fake and threaten the passing lane, you start to use your voice, you start to sound like a player, and that's what we really want out of our guys on the defensive end.
Yeah, when I read that Dick Venzio talks about being fat, I thought to myself, wow, what a simple but impactful concept to be fat on defense. And I think you can really notice special defenders because they do these kind of things. They're not just concerned with defending the person they're guarding. They can guard 1.5. And somebody that's fat, somebody that can get fat, guards 1.5. Let's take a look at it. Here's us one pass away trying to get fat. So that's a good look at us working one pass away on being fat, make sure we're faking and threatening the ball and not just standing there giving the defensive easy reads. I think one of the main reasons we want to get fat is so the defense has to think more. Now let's jump into our offensive hack with availability.
Yeah, availability. And this is something I feel like our team really takes pride in, and special players should take pride in being available as well. You never want to leave your teammate out to dry by not being available to the ball. Let's just give a couple quick examples. When your teammate is saving the basketball out of bounds, most players and average players, they just say, oh, what a great play, and they just wait for them to throw the basketball back in bounds. But special players view that as an opportunity. They try to get available so they're the ones to grab the basketball. Another place where this really shows up is when I pass the ball to my teammate and when I cut through the lane and the guy guarding me, the defender guarding me, leaves me to trap my teammate. An average player would say, hey, that's not my job. It's not my responsibility. He should not turn the ball over. Where I need to take pride as a special player in our team getting a good shot and our team not turning the ball over, I then become available to the basketball. So special players take pride in being available.
I love when Dick Venzio gives us these things and you read it, and I've always seen that player at younger levels that bail you out of a turnover or something that's about to go bad, but I never really had a term for it, a way to put it, but really good players are available. So here's a drill. It's a 22-second drill where there's 5 defenders and 4 offensive players, and we're trying to keep the ball from the defense at a disadvantage for 22 seconds. And good players will find a way to be available. Let's take a look at it.
Okay, I'll probably be there after
Coaches, hope you enjoyed today's Coaches Circle and those little basketball hacks. The culture one, where we're talking about 7-minute tune-ups or getting fat on defense or being available on offense. They seem simple, but it's usually those 1%ers that you can stack on top of each other that's going to help your team get over the hump. Good luck this week.